Hey guys, what's going on? So it has been a while since I have recorded anything and also gave you guys an update on what's all going on around here. A lot going on. So I wanted to start off with this 2010 Chevrolet Traverse. A little bit on a rusty side, Traverse. But this is actually my father's new ride. I actually, right now, the reason why I got the hood open is because I got a power steering line that just blew on it. This thing sat for a year and a half. There's a little backstory behind this one. So basically, we got this for 400 bucks, this Traverse. It was supposed to be a parts car to the other Traverse that we have now on the road. That one's an 09, this is a 2010. This motor was actually supposed to be the donor motor because there was supposedly nothing wrong with this one. And by time we ended up getting this Traverse, because I couldn't tow my Suburban, we ended up getting a buddy to tow it for us. By time we did all that, we already had another motor, and actually I'm glad we got the motor we did for that other Traverse, because that one was a low mileage. It probably had about 30,000 miles on it, and it's a crate motor from 2019. So that was a very, very good find. And now we got two running driving Traverses. Because that one's also got a 2010, the other one, it's literally identical to this one. This one, it's even the same color and everything. It's just, this one's a little bit more basic on the level of trim. That one's very high trim. It's not LTZ, but it's very high LT. Both all-wheel drive Traverses. This one's got 210,000 miles on it. The other one has less than that, obviously a lot less than that, even on the transmission, because that one's got a replaced 2010 transmission. So it's a kind of a cluster mess than the other one. This one's very original motor, original transmission, not making any noise, no cam crank correlation issues, nothing of that nature. Very, very nice Traverse here. Very glad that we ended up picking up this one for the price we did. The only part of the deal that kind of sucked is we had to return the other tires, but I ended up picking these up from the junkyard, and they're absolutely awesome winter tires, and they were cheap too. I think I got them for 150 bucks for the 4 or something like that. It was really, really a good deal because they were steel wheels instead of aluminum. And actually, I don't hate this steel wheel look. I'd like to we're talking about painting these black, and I think that would really make this sharp. It's not a terrible looking Traverse yet. I mean, she's rusty underneath, quite rusty, but we'll get another year or two out of it, and maybe even sell it before it gets too bad, and then we have to scrap it or whatever. Well, we're gonna end up scrapping it. I would never derby one of these Traverses now that I've worked on them. These are just not great for derby. Aluminum suspensions. The front end is just, there's too many problems with this one, or this setup, that would cause it to fail pretty early on, I think. But who knows? The front bumper, I do like the front bumpers on these though. And as predicted, how long did you guys really think I could drive a Honda Civic? Yeah. Well, the answer is not long. I ended up having a few problems with that Civic, which it's still on the road. I just actually watched it pass by as I was doing, this is actually a retake of this video, because my battery died on my camera and I just didn't want to spend the time to charge it, because this time of year, it's actually November 11th today, you just don't get the time of day to be charging your camera up. So luckily I found my other battery in my little battery bag and threw it on, and now we're doing round 2. But I just watched my Civic pass by, actually. I thought that was kind of funny that I'm talking about the car that replaced it. I ended up trading that Civic for this Impala. Now, truth be told, this is a rustier car than what the Impala, or what the Civic was, but I love my Impalas, and this thing's, I think, pretty bulletproof right now. I take this down to Florida, probably. Honestly, I've already replaced both front wheel bearings, water pump, the heater lines going across the front of the motor were rusted out, so I had to replace those. The only thing that sucks about this Impala is the headlights and the amount of rust it has, and a funky smell in the interior. I think somebody smoked the Mary Jane's in this one, but that's okay. I'll just I gotta replace the cabin air filter. It's getting better. It is getting better as I drive it, but definitely not super happy about that. It's just, I don't like my cars to have smells, any funny smells like cigarette or anything like that. I don't mind as much as other people do, but I certainly am not a huge fan. Good tire tread on all four. I just picked up a set of winners for front end, so that's very good. Should be pretty much a tank in the winter like my last Impala was. I don't know how people drive them off the road. They must drive them with bald tires or something like that, because I tell you what, the best car I ever had in the winter was definitely my 09 Impala. I've owned 5 Impalas now. I actually driven my 09 on the road. The rest I flipped, other than that one, obviously. Actually, I flipped my 09 too, so there's that too. But I know you guys probably hear enough from me about Impalas. Let's talk about a Chrysler real quick. Chrysler Voyager. It's not a town and country because it's shorter. The equivalent to a Caravan, just like the one sitting down there. That's also mine, but this one's not mine. This is actually one we've had for a few years now. I just sprayed it with rust cop underneath. You're probably wondering, well, why do you not have it on the road? It's no plates on it. This one's going back on the road. It's actually replacing the old Saab over there. That's the one my father took off the road to put that Traverse on. And this one's going to be his new ride as far as like winter beater slash, well, that is a winter beater, but this one's going to be like more junkyard, plywood runs, stuff like that, although the Traverses do have a decent amount of room as well. I don't see this one being used as much, but when the snow gets really bad, we might prefer to take one of these instead of using that nice clean 09 Traverse, because the 09 Traverse is very, very clean underneath. Let's actually wait to say the van. And you're probably wondering, wait a second, there was another car here, the 97 Lumina. Where is it? Well, don't freak out. I still have it, it's just in the tent. Just didn't need that many unregistered cars sitting around. You got the Suburban, the van, that van, and then the Lumina here. It was just too much. I needed one of them covered up, and we voted that the Lumina go in. This one's gonna be off the road pretty soon. This one's getting sold, probably very cheap, because it's got a bad gas leak. Might fix it, might not. There's the brakes in the back are non-existent. It's metal on metal. It's got 118,000 miles, turned up turbo in it, rusty body, but the frame is perfect actually. I don't think there's any rust whatsoever on the frame, so needs new brakes, gas line, or gas stuff fixed, AC is broken, the seal up, I think the AC compressor is no good, so that's going to need to be replaced. Yeah, it's just, and this the worst part is when we got this vehicle, it had no rust at all, and that was only 3 years ago. So I mean, yeah, it's been a while, but it's not like it's been a significant amount of time. I would have expected this to happen. Even the Buick looked better than this, and we had that for a longer period of time. I think another 2 years before this car came to be with us. We had the Buick, and the Buick definitely was in better shape body-wise than this one. Let's talk about the Suburban real quick. I know I'm going through these pretty quickly, but try to keep up with me. We got a lot to go over, really. This backyard's a mess, but we got the 2005 Chevrolet Suburban. It's doing well, actually. Ever since I replaced the rear main seal, I really haven't had any issues with it. It's been a good truck. Honestly, that was the biggest problem with this thing. Once that was fixed, this thing's been a little trooper for me. I haven't had any issues with it. I would take this to Florida and back too. Definitely a good little truck. Good little truck. A good friggin' Suburban, massive tires. Gonna need to get a new set of these. These are very nice riding tires, but they're getting low on treads, so I gotta get these off and put another set on, because I'd like to use this when the snow gets really, really bad, when I'm working a job over the winter here, that I'm not gonna be getting stuck in the Impala, although I've driven through some very sketchy winter storms that other Impala, and I'll tell you what, that thing did not even hesitate. Maybe it was just those tires, but we'll see. Now let's talk about this 2005 Dodge Caravan. You guys haven't even seen this, I don't think, at all on the channel, really. This thing does deserve probably its own video, but I'm not going to give it its own video. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is, because I got to get this thing going. You guys never really got any videos to finish off the Lexus, the Buick LaCrosse. I don't think I've done any finishing off videos on those, which kind of sucks to you guys, but unfortunately, getting rid of these things, I just don't pick up the camera and record it before it's gone. Sometimes they just drive right off with them, so when they live up the street. So it is what it is. But this Dodge Caravan I bought for 300 bucks. Yeah, cosmetically it's not in the best shape, but this was a running driving van, cold air conditioning, good heat, 300 bucks, good snow tires for 300 bucks. I bought this back in July, and right around the same time I bought that Civic, and there's a few things I have fixed on this. There's obviously things I'm not going to fix on it, because I'm running out of time. Snow's going to be flying really soon. It's November 11th today, so definitely running out of time here. The carpet's actually gotten dirty again, because I actually cleaned this interior out in probably July, but because of the fact that I've been trying to diagnose a check engine light and trying to get this thing, I wanted to see if it would pass evap, and it sure didn't. And I'll tell you guys what ended up being the issue. I tried smoking and I thought I found the issue, but you can't really smoke these. I've come to find out with the smoke machine, and that's another tool I've recently got, is a smoke machine. But you'll see new radiator in this. That's something I knew was leaking on this, because I could smell antifreeze, and I looked down the side of the radiator and I could see it actually leaking out pretty badly. So replace the radiator, and you guys will see right here the purge valve. I also had to replace that. I just got a used one off of actually I got this one free off of a parts van one of my dad's buddies had. So we'll see if that thing works. I think it will. I already vacuum tested it, tested good, so we'll see. The other one was definitely bad. So anyway, let's see, is there anything else I've done on this? Not really. This battery, I charged up that battery, and for anybody who doesn't know, these Autocraft batteries, peel up the sticker a little bit, it's actually a CarQuest battery. I've seen this a few times now. Just the other day, I saw it, and I was like, huh. I said, I wonder if my battery is also a CarQuest, and sure enough, that's a CarQuest battery. I mean, it's the same darn thing. So if either one of these batteries, Autocraft Silver or CarQuest, I don't know what CarQuest it would be. I'm not going to pull off that sticker to find out, but whatever the blue, I believe, whatever this blue sticker is, whatever one's cheaper, get that one, because they're the same darn thing. Let's see, I'm just trying to think of whatever else I might have done to this thing. I don't think I've done anything else, really. It's been pretty easy. Obviously I had to fill it with coolant, so I put new coolant in it, and that was about it, guys. I really haven't had a whole lot of time to mess with this fan, to be honest with you, because everything else has been going on. But let's go ahead and start her up, actually. I gotta move this thing anyway, because I'm taking pictures to sell it, and just not having luck with the lighting here, so I think I'm just gonna pull it around and put it over there, see if I can get the lighting a little bit better for the photos. I like to at least have a presentable photo of my vehicles, and all those lights will go out, I believe. Yeah, so except for the seatbelt light, and I don't know if I said it, this thing only has 110,000 miles, and it's pretty sad. This thing was probably going to get scrapped. I actually saved this thing from scrap, believe it or not. the guy said you have first dibs because you worked on this van before, because I put rear brakes on this thing, and I ended up getting first dibs on it because he was going to scrap it, and I said nope, I'm going to buy that. I said even if I derby it, whether I fill it full of scrap and scrap it, either way, it's worth the 300 bucks I'm gonna pay for it. And sure enough, it's definitely been worth the 300 bucks. It's a running, driving van. Only thing that was wrong with it, at that time that I knew of, and now that I know the purge was bad, but that's not such a big deal. The back brakes were locked up because he put the e-brake on and then it stuck. And he tried taking it off and it just stuck a little bit, so I ended up breaking it free, and it hasn't done anything like that since. So no, I'm very happy with this purchase. I think it's going to make me a decent profit, so hopefully this lighting is a little bit better. But I guess that's pretty much about it for this video, guys. I just wanted to go over an update for you guys because I know it's been a while, and I'm sure you guys are expecting a lot of content from me, but there just isn't really too much to record right now because of the fact that the Derby season's officially over for me, and has been since San Filippo. So and to be honest with you guys, I'm not really looking for a Derby car right now because I'd rather just wait until next year because the Lumina's in the tent. So yeah, content's gonna get really slow. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can. I just don't know how much that's going to be, especially with me going to work. Maybe I'll even be able to record if my work, if I go in a related field to anything automotive. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be working on. Or I could be working at AutoZone, or I could be working at some place that's you know, going to actually be working with wrenches and stuff like that. So we'll find out. It's going to be a winter job, more or less, until, you know, about May, when the snow stops flying, and we'll get working back on this stuff, and hopefully we'll get a garage built next year. And stuff is really, I think, going to change around here, I hope. I think a lot of stuff is going to be happening in the next 2 years that is going to change this channel, and is also going to create maybe even another channel. So who knows? We'll see. It's only time will tell, and we'll see what happens with the economy as well. You know, it's all based off the economy. Obviously, it's not great right now, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it gets a little bit better, and I'm praying for it, but probably not. We'll see. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I gotta stop rambling, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.